Hello, my name is Nate. Welcome to my art channel. I have a 24 by 24 deep edge canvas here, and I have given it 2 additional coats of gesso just to seal in all of the pores, because I'm going to work with just paint and water today. If you don't, even if it says on the package when you buy it that it is pre-gessoed, it's not enough for this technique. You need to add a couple of layers of gesso. I thin mine out so that it's very easy to spread out and it leaves no brush marks, but I still do give it a bit of a sanding. Sometimes there's little gritty bits in the gesso, so it's nice smooth surface to work with, and you can see that my canvas is tight as a drum, so I'm not worried about paint moving in ways that I'm not expecting. At the moment, the first layer, I'm just going to use some green and I'm going to do a botanical impression of these great leaves that I got off of some plants from my garden. I have a plant in my garden called Caliandra. It's also called a pagoda flower. It's one of my favorites. I have them all over the place, and it's great because they spread from the roots and they're one of my favorites. They're beautiful orange flowers, which I love. But these leaves are super cool. They have great veining patterns. They have really sharp points all around. So I think this is a great leaf to use for a botanical impression. So the first thing I'm going to do is give myself a damp surface to work on. I don't want a lot of water here. I just want my entire surface to be damp. Let me switch to a different water bottle. There we go. So I'm just going to spritz this out a little bit and then rub it in with my hands. Make sure your hands are clean. You don't have any paint on them already. And we're just going to cover this entire surface with a little bit of water. I might tip it. No, it's not going to run. That wasn't enough to run, so that's good. Okay, so no puddles of water anywhere, just a nice, even, damp surface to work with. And then we're just going to take our leaf. I'm going to do this off camera because I'm just going to do it over top of the trash bag that I have on the floor. I'm going to spritz a little bit of green directly onto this leaf. And I don't care if it drips around a little bit because I'm going to spread more green on the canvas here in just a moment anyway. But this makes sure that it gets directly underneath. Just position that where I want it. When I flatten this out, there's going to be some folds and curves, and that's good too. But you see how the water from the damp canvas is holding that leaf in place, which is awesome. So let's place our next one. Placing these so that the tip comes off of the page a bit. That way we use the entire canvas. Spread that out like that. The surface tension of that water is really going to work to our advantage. Everywhere that it's touching, it's going to be a little bit darker because it's going to, surface tension between the leaf and the water is going to pull the pigment into everywhere that it's touching and leave little gaps where it's not. So that's the first one. Let's do the next one. First two. Same thing, I'm going to come out like this and make sure that's overlapping the edge a bit, but touching everywhere else as possible. There we go. And final one. get some even spacing there. That's good. Okay. My paints are mixed 3 parts water to 1 part paint, and I do have several different colors of green in this bottle. I'm not sure what they all are at the moment, but I know there's some sap green in there. I know there's some green gold, so there's a metallic, which might give it a little bit of shine. So now we're just going to cover the rest of our canvas in the green paint also. And then we're going to cover it with a little bit of plastic and then put another canvas directly on top and weight it down a bit so that it makes sure everything stays flat as it's drying. And we're going to come back in about 6 hours. The canvas itself should be dry, but it should be still a little bit wet on top, or underneath the leaves, sorry. And then we'll do another layer around the leaves in a complementary color, either red or orange, opposite the green on the color wheel, and it will add, because it's still wet underneath the leaves, a complementary color will go brown or black and create some really interesting contrast. Okay, nice and saturated. That looks good. And now for the plastic. And the plastic's going to do basically the exact same thing. It's going to pull the paint everywhere that it's touching and leave some interesting texture wherever it's not. Pull that down over the corner there. You can make some adjustments here if you want to create some extra texture. We want that center to really be nice, because it'll be a focal point. There we go. I think we're touching everywhere that we need to. So now let's cover this with an old used canvas. I'm going to put that directly on top and weight it down. It should be touching everywhere and holding it in place. Okay, we'll come back in about 6 hours. Okay, this has been about 6.5 hours. So we're going to take this top canvas off carefully. And looks like it's dried for the most part out here, but it will still be wet underneath the leaves. So let's go ahead and take this off. A little tacky still. Maybe I should have waited until morning. But timing is of the essence here, because I definitely want the paint to still be wet underneath those leaves. So I'm going to move forward with this and hope. I'm not going to pull this up. You know what? Actually, I'm lying. I'm going to peek underneath. Oh, cool. Okay, that's working too. All right. So now I have some quinacridone nickel azo gold. This is interesting how it's pulled away from the leaf structures themselves around here. Almost made like a little halo around it. That's cool. Okay, so we're going to add this orange color right on top of all of the green here, and it will travel underneath. The moisture that's under here will pull this color underneath and should hopefully make something really cool. Some cool effects. So let's go ahead and get started. I want a mist, not a stream. can I not get it to go that way? What's that? Okay, there we go. So hopefully we keep more of the green than the orange underneath. But I do want some of it to go in, so I'm going to squirt liberally around those edges to ensure that's going to happen, and then right there in the center as well. Okay. Now I think I want to put the plastic right back on top, but I'm going to use the other side. Nope. Throw that one away. I have an extra one saved off to the side. I don't want to just put the green one, the one that we just used, right back on top, because I want a slightly different pattern when I put this over top of what was there. This is going to be very fall colors. Somebody's really going to like that, including me. Oop. Didn't quite get down to the edge down here. Just pull that out a little bit. There we go. Make that a little more interesting there. Make sure that's interesting in the center. Not worried about on top of the leaves. I just want to make sure all of the canvas has some plastic on it. There are going to be air pockets, and that's okay. Nice. Okay. There we go. Okay, the top canvas goes right back on top. And then we're going to let that sit overnight. Just make sure we're in contact all the way across. I think we're good. Okay, we'll check back in the morning. Okay, let's take this off and see where we are. If it's not dry yet, I need to give it a little time. But let's see. Oh, not quite dry, but looking good. Okay. I have taken off the plastic, and I love what I've got here. And I think underneath the leaves it's pretty much dry. I can pull that off soon. But I'm thinking it's going to be very light under here, and I want more dark contrast. I've used green and I've used orange, and it's given me some beautiful browns. You can still see the orange, you can still see some of the green, but I want this to be darker. So instead of adding more of either of those two colors, I'm going to go a different direction. I'm going to use some really dark blue. I'm hoping, because this is heavily diluted paint, that we'll still be able to see all of this really cool texture that we have all the way around. But I do want it to be darker than what's underneath here. So I'm just going to spray this whole thing down with some blue paint. Let me make sure I've got it on the right setting. And here we go. I'm not going to cover this up with the plastic. I'm just going to let this do its thing. Oop, just stopped working. let it do its thing and soak into the canvas, and hopefully give me some dark negative space, but with some variety of color. Okay, I think that's good. So this shouldn't take too long, probably about 2 hours. So I'll come back in 2 hours and we'll see what we've got, and then we'll take off our leaves. Okay. Okay, I think we're mostly dry. There's still a couple of little wet areas here, but I'm ready to go to bed. So I'm gonna do this tonight because I'm excited to see what's underneath these leaves and see if there are any other steps that I need to take. So I'm gonna start with these leaves that I put on last because they're on top of the other leaves. So we're just gonna start right from there. I'm gonna pull gently up this way. Oh, that's cool. Okay, some of the blue came in. I wasn't expecting that. There is some orange in there, which is great. Okay, let's start on this one. Oh, wow, very cool. And over there, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Oh, beautiful. I'm loving that. One last one to go. Here we go. Let's pull this up. Oh, wow. That's so cool. I love it. The green and the blue and the orange all made it inside the pattern. I think that's amazing. Before I take in for a close-up, I'm gonna wait overnight for this to dry because it is still very wet here, and I wanna make sure that it doesn't change any as it's drying. It shouldn't, but you can see right here, as I was pulling the leaves up, it made some interesting patterns from the suction of the leaf being stuck. So I want to see if that spreads out a little bit or if it stays that way. So at the moment, I'm over the moon. I think this is super freaking cool. Okay, let's check on this in the morning. Here it is dried. I couldn't wait to put it up on the wall and get it in some natural light. Look at the amazing textures and colors in this. I'm so happy with how that turned out. I love that each leaf is just a little bit different. The edges are very crisp but organic. And I love that the blue and the orange and the green all traveled inside the leaves. And each of the little corners here where the stem attaches, it made an interesting structure. But on this one right here, it made a perfect arrow. That's really fun. And I love this negative space. From a distance, it's just dark, but the closer you get, the more details emerge. I'm happy with that too. You can still see some of the green, definitely a lot of the orange and the blue. So yeah, 3 colors. Just paint and water and a spray bottle. I think that's super cool. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspired you to try something new. Go mix up some paints and be fearless.